230. Still on tilt from that motorcycle deal the other day, basically because I just didn't want the guy to get a bad bike, and I'm unsure about it. That's why we quit selling four-wheelers, because people lie their ass off. They sell you a four-wheeler, oh, runs great, just needs a battery or whatever, you know, and we get them back to our place and they're just destroyed. So I don't know what it is about four-wheeler sellers, but boy, are they heavy liars. And I guess you can hide shit on those. Not, you know, motorcycles pretty more cut and dry. You know, you start it up, if it sounds a certain way, you're feeling pretty good, and then if you can run it through all the gears, it's not leaking oil and shit, and the title's clear, you know, you stand a pretty good chance that it's okay. But people are such liars. God, they're just scoundrel, fucking dirty scumbag liars. Happened to me, happened to our neighbor. He met a guy in a gas station, had $5,000 because my son bought his really nice car, and he met this guy over a Land Rover, Oliver. And you know, the guy probably had parked it there, let it cool down. So our neighborhood friend, you know, drove it around. It was fine, so he bought it, and the guy takes off, and he gets halfway home and it starts overheating. Turns out the motor's shot, you know, crack block. It's just shot, and it's just nothing he could do. My son was looking for a pickup truck, and I finally found one that was just a great deal. It was like $4,500. It's like, shit, man. So we got the guy, and he brought the truck over because he was real close by us, and we drove it. And my son goes, seems like doesn't have a lot of power. And I'm like, buy it. Turns out my son was right. This is, I think they call it a 3-valve or a tri-valve Ford truck, made a motor. I think it's around 2006, anything around that area. If it's got the tri-valve thing, it's an oiling system. It does not work, and it is a known fact. If you watch the Car Wizard, if your motor hasn't blown up yet, it's going to. It's going to. The only ones that survive at all is if you change the oil like every 2,000 or 3,000 miles and you're really on it. You might avoid them blowing up, and the only cure, you can't get a motor out of the junkyard because they'll have the same issue. The only cure is a $7,000 motor from the dealer. Come on, Cooper, come on, Cooper. You see them every damn day. Cooper. So, and it's $7,000. And the Car Wizard, he's done many. He said in the beginning, it was just a total loss, like when we had it. He said after the truck prices started going up so high, then it was actually worth it to spend $7,000. We paid, oh my God, we lost so much money on that fucking my son. The only thing that makes me feel halfway good is after that, he and his girlfriend and my grandson had to move into our house, and they stayed there a couple years, so basically for free. And I feel like I might have saved him what I lost him on the truck, you know. Just didn't know. I just didn't know. And a fucker is one of our neighbors that sold it to us, and he fucking knew it. Plus, I found a thing that I'm pretty sure the miles had been run back on it. And he's like, oh no, we didn't do that. Yeah, right. Never told my son that part of it. Oh my God. Anyway, people are just liars. They're fucking liars. Liars. And I don't know if it's a southern thing or if it's across the board, but I'm scared to death to buy a car or a truck. Cooper! Coop! Coop, Coop! Cooper! Cooper! Coop! Come on. He's drawn towards the road. He must go to the road. Cooper! Cooper! So weird. Here, Ollie. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what all that conversation was about, but what's happening now? What's happening now is, Jesus, watch Elena down, and she puts out a report every Monday about what's going on in space. Oh man, it's all happening out there. It's Star Trek out there. We just don't know it because they're not telling us. Cooper, what's the cheese? Yeah, no. So, you want some more, huh? Okay. Ouch. That was my fingers. Anyways, gotta come out here earlier, and these guys come out earlier and earlier. So I have to come out even earlier. Cooper. Shit. Cooper. Ollie. Anyway, extraterrestrials are here. They're definitely here. Wow, are they here? The latest news she put out, they found pods in the center of the moon that were holding the pilots, the crew of the moon. Is a spacecraft, and the pilots were in the shit. Damn it, darn it. Fucking wind. Anyway, what, Ollie? Cooper, Coop, Cooper, 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 Cooper. Come on. Come on. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, just anyway, the 4 pods that they were in stasis, the crew was in stasis, and the pods were sending out a message, and so they look this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Big trucks moving. Anyway, the extraterrestrial who was sent here to the moon to interpret the messages said that they have done that, but they can't reveal to Earthlings what the message is because there's still bad guys. God dang it, Cooper! There's still bad guys here who could use the information badly, in a bad way. Apparently, there's still bad guys, and they are willing to take it's like a chess game where you see you've lost, but you got like 8 moves left. Rather than just get the fuck out and leave it alone, they got to play it all the way out to cause the most death and destruction they possibly can on their way out. And they've probably even been given the option to leave. And but I think for the most part, they're facing, shall we say, graveyard, and they're full of fear because they're not born again or whatever, and when they die, they're pretty sure that's it. There's nothing. I think there is. I think they would actually go back to where they came from, which is heaven. And they would probably be congratulated for doing such a wonderful job being an asshole. In fact, I know that's what but they think when they die it's over. So they want to milk their existence here for as long as they possibly can. So anyway, have a good one.